Welcome to part 2 of our 400 gig coherent transceivers crash course series. In this video, we will review coherent pluggable standards and their inner workings. Coherent pluggables must adhere to various industry standards to ensure interoperability, performance, and compatibility with existing optical communication systems. Some of the key standards that govern the design, manufacturing, and development of coherent pluggables include OIF. OIF develops interoperable networking specifications that address the needs of the industry. OIF standards include those related to optical specifications, module management, electrical interfaces, and networking protocols, amongst others. The OIF was the organization that led the 400ZR implementation agreement to success and has been organizing several plugfests and demos over the last few years to demonstrate the industry adoption and the great success of 400 gig coherent pluggable ecosystem. The Open ROADM MSA group defines and promotes open AIP models and optical specifications to create an ecosystem that promotes vendor interoperability, reduces vendor lock-in, and lowers the total cost of network ownership. OpenZR Plus is an interoperable optical module standard developed by the OpenZR Plus MSA group. It was created as an evolution and addition to the 400ZR and Open ROADM specifications. It aims to define a common specification for coherent optical transceivers. While OpenZR Plus defines its own specification, it also ensures compliance with relevant industry standards, such as IEEE and ITU-T, to facilitate interoperability and compatibility with existing network infrastructure. CMIS is a management interface for optical modules and cable assemblies. It provides a defined set of registers and functions for standard module management between hosts and transceivers. 100 gig ZR standards, the IEEE 802.3CT-TM and the ITU-T G698.2 are both designed for high-speed internet networks. The IEEE 802.3CT-TM helps networks needing up to 80 km reach, especially where fiber cables are limited. It allows up to 48 separate 100 gigabytes of data streams to be sent over a single fiber. The ITU-T G698.2 is a standard for amplified multi-channel DWDM applications using single-channel optical interfaces. It uses a special phase-modulated signal technique called DP-DQ-PSK to transmit data efficiently. Now that we've reviewed what coherent technology is, let's take a look inside and review the three main components. At a high level, the inner workings of a coherent pluggable contain an optical engine with three primary component groups. A more detailed view of the typical components within a coherent pluggable is shown in Figure 2, including polarization control, modulators, oscillators, drivers, TAAs, laser and photodetectors. Most coherent transceivers will have very high-speed digital to analog and analog to digital converters and a digital signal processor, which serves as the digital brain of the optical communication system, performing advanced data processing to maximize the capacity, reach, and reliability of high-speed transmission. While Figure 2 represents a generic coherent transceiver, some other components may be required depending on the transceiver type. For example, a small amplifier embedded in the photonics design for higher TX output power applications, and a tunable optical filter for pluggables that have that capacity. Introducing Precision Optical Technologies Coherent Pluggables. Precision OT's coherent pluggable portfolio includes different options in the most common form factors, QSFP-DD and QSFP-28. Each product can serve a different application or range of applications depending on the customer host and network architecture needs. Pre-QSFP-56DD-ZR. This product is the standard transceiver that meets the OIF 400ZR IA. It is a single-rate 400 gig DP16QAM, CFEC, tunable C-band DWDM, -10 dBm TX power with a reach of up to 40 km unamplified and 120 km with amplification. Pre-QSFP 56DD ZR HT, similar to the regular 400 gig ZR, except with an improvement on the standard to enable use with legacy optical amplifiers, which require higher transmit power or for longer reach in unamplified links. It provides a single rate 400 gig DP16 QAM, CFEC, tunable C-band DWDM, 0 dBm TX power with a reach of up to 80 km unamplified and up to 120 km with amplification. Pre-QSFP 56DD ZR XT, a customized and unique solution that enables 400 gig up to 120 km on unamplified point-to-point links. This is a single rate 400 gig DP16 QAM, CFEC, fixed DWDM ITU on channel 37, plus 4 dBm TX power, with a reach up to 120 km unamplified. The Pre-QSFP 56DD ZRP. This is the standard pluggable transceiver that meets both the OpenZR Plus and OIF standards. It is a multi-rate 400 gig to 100 gig DP16 QAM, 8 QAM, or QPSK, OFEC and CFEC, tunable C-band DWDM, minus 10 dBm TX power, with a reach up to 40 km unamplified and up to 480 km with EDFA only, 1000 km with RAMAN or EDFA hybrid. Pre-QSFP 56DD ZR PHT. Next generation of 400 gig ZR optics with higher transmit power to accommodate brownfield networks that require similar TX power input into their OSL systems compared to their existing configuration, with a multi-rate of 400 gig to 100 gig DP16 QAM, 8 QAM, and QPSK, OFEC and CFEC, tunable C-band DWDM, 0 dBm TX power with a reach up to 80 km unamplified and up to 480 km with EDFA only, 1000 km with RAMAN and EDFA hybrid. Coming soon, the QSFP28 100 gig ZR Coherent. The industry has been long awaiting an access edge solution to enable 100 gig DWDM interfaces without having to invest in expensive transport equipment or higher cost switches and routers with QSFP DD ports. Coming soon is the first coherent transceiver available in standard QSFP28 form factor. It will be deployable in nearly all legacy host devices. Features of the QSFP28 100 gig ZR Coherent include 100 GBE OTU4, DP DQPSK, SCFEC, tunable C-band DWDM, externally tunable using Precision's exclusive TN100 QDD tuning module with a reach up to 80 km unamplified and up to 300 km with amplification and dispersion compensation, 5.5 W power consumption, SFF 8636 compliant. What else does Precision Optical Technologies bring to coherent communication? Tune into part 3 of our 400 gig Coherent Transceivers Crash Course video series to find out.